Hello and welcome again to Chris's Caribbean Delights, and today we're going to be doing some sauteed eggplant. Sauteed eggplant, and it's going to have some veggies in there, and we're going to make a wonderful combination of veggies with the eggplant. We have some bell peppers, red bell peppers, some green bell peppers. I have some sprigs of thyme, give it some flavor. We have a half of a carrot sliced thinly, shiitake mushroom, and we have some regular yellow onions. We're gonna season these veggies with some ponzu, which is a citrus seasoning dressing, a kikoma sauce, a sauce from kikoman, and I have some soy sauce here. We're going to use some oyster sauce also, and we're going to season everything with some complete seasoning. I have some fresh scallion, which I'm going to also use. Now I have one large eggplant here, which I'm going to slice into chunks and saute. But we're going to prepare the eggplant before we start the sauteing process. You always wonder what this little sticker is about? Okay, this sticker, there are some numbers on there. If the number begins with a 4, that means that the vegetable was conventionally grown. It's not organic. It was grown, and it has been fertilized and has been sprayed. The plants have been sprayed and stuff like that. So that's if it begins with a 4, and there are other numbers there, and that tell you exactly what. I do have a video concerning that, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a listing of all the numbers and what they mean, and I'll put it on my channel again. So this was conventionally grown, so we just remove that sticker, give it a rinse. Give it a nice rinse here. I washed them all before already. So what I'm going to do now, we're just going to prepare this. We're going to take the top off, the top of the eggplant. Also take the bottom off. I'm going to split this down the middle. It's nice and firm inside. It's a wonderful eggplant. And then let's cut this in half again. And here we're going to cut it in some chunks, maybe about 1 inch or 2 inches, just about 1 inch. But we can also just cut this again, and we'll get some reasonable chunks. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut them up into this size, and here I have a bowl of water, which I'm going to add some salt to. Add about a teaspoon or so of salt, and just give this a stir. I'm going to place the eggplant in this salt water for about 10 minutes, and that helps it to it releases some of the liquid that's in there also, and it kind of tenderizes it and makes it kind of soft and absorbent to the flavors that we're going to add to it. So we're going to cut it all up, and we're going to put them in the salted water, and I'll be right back. Okay, our eggplant has been soaking for 10 minutes in the salted water, so we'll just drain this off. Give it a rinse. So I rinsed it a little. And the second process with the eggplant would be to put it in some boiling water. I have some boiling water here. And we're going to let it seep in the boiling water for 2 to 3 minutes. Just let it blanch in there for 2 to 3 minutes. So we just need to give it a stir. I just keep submerging it until water returns to a boil. And this will soften it a little, and also it would help the eggplant to absorb the cooking process, the seasonings and the oils, etc. So we'll just let this go for 2 to 3 minutes in the hot water, and I'll be back. So my water is back to a boil. Just for the flavor process, I added a half a teaspoon of bullion to the water, bullion powder to the water. And I think this is going to soften the skin also. So when you saute it, you know, the skin wouldn't be that chewy. So it's been in here for a minute. We'll just give it another minute in here. And then we'll drain this off. So we'll just drain this off. And we'll set this aside. And now we're going to start the sauteing process with our veggies. Here we go. We'll just put the aromatics in there. Some complete seasoning. A little bit of salt. A pinch of red pepper flakes. And you can make it your own. Just build your flavor profile. whilst you're working on this, when you get it to a nice high heat, and we're also going to put our carrots in here. Those are thinly sliced, so I'll put them in now. And we want this to saute down to a nice soft consistency. Also just add our mushrooms. Get them all in there. So before we put the eggplants back in here, we're going to let this saute down to a nice soft consistency with the aromatics, a teaspoon of toasted sesame oil, and just make sure you have enough olive oil in here just to let it work. So right now I'm just going to cover this a little, cover it for maybe about a minute or so, and let it all come together. Then we're going to put our eggplant in there, and then we'll cover it again. And so we'll cover this for a few minutes, maybe just a minute or so, and let it all come together, and then we'll put our eggplant in there and then cover it again and let it all saute and grab the flavor. And our veggies are softened up a little. We just put our eggplant in there. So we give it a mix just so that it can absorb that flavor. And we're going to add just a touch of soy. About a tablespoon of soy. A tablespoon of ponzu. This is a citrus dressing, citrus flavored dressing, and some oyster sauce. I'll be back. So my eggplant is in there, absorbing all the flavor with the veggies. I'm going to cover it, lower my fire to 2, lower my heat, and just let it go for about 3 minutes. And I'll be back. Oh, this looks so delicious. I'm sure it's better than Little Basil. That Little Basil restaurant, I have a very good eggplant dish. I added just about a teaspoon of sugar in the end. And this is done. The bell peppers are soft, the carrots are soft. So there you go. So let's do a plating, and I'll see you in the next clip. Thank you for watching. So once again, like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you for watching. This is my sauteed eggplant, my little basil sauteed eggplant, and it's looks delicious. It's delicious. I hope you'll try this recipe. It's pretty easy, just a few steps with the eggplant so that you can get it nice and soft and succulent. Awesome. What are you waiting for? Bon appetit.